Dravidian politics saw film as a very good vehicle. That's very
Hmm.
smart of them. They understood the power of the medium long before India understood it.
Hello and welcome to Tweak the Week from Bits and Banters. This is the first of the programs for the new year. First of all, wishing you all a happy new year and a prosperous one, a healthy one, definitely. And
Happy New Year.
yeah, welcome Bala once again. As we turned over to the new year, the story that sort of caught our attention was when Rajini Can became Rajini Can't again. What do you say to that?
Aha. Yeah. That's one of the labored puns. Everyone has given that headline.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
not, yeah, because one of the things about Rajini jokes is Rajini jokes have been made. So there isn't anything to talk about Rajini jokes, and there isn't anything to talk about Rajini's politics also. In the sense, Rajini is one person who has gotten out of politics even without entering it.
Entering it. Yeah, that
So
is
that's
true.
one of those things. It was a bit of an anticlimax, something not which you will actually associate with Rajini's films. Usually they are pretty exciting. This is something he has called it cut even before he went for the shooting. In that sense, it's a bit of an anticlimax in Tamil Nadu, and there are a lot of stories swirling around. Some of it uh, fervent with imagination, some of it is straight politics. It's pretty interesting, Raj. I mean, I don't know. I'm seeing it from inside. How do people see this from outside, especially say from the home state of Rajini, Karnataka? That's where you sit in. How do you see it?
I mean, for me, like you said, I think this was an anti-climax. This was a feeling where, I mean, imagine what will happen if take any Rajini movie and take away the last 10 minutes. What happens then? So the entire purpose is not, goes out of the window, right? So
That is the
to
term, no?
me,
KLPD.
yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So for us, it was a bit like, okay, everything happened and then suddenly nothing happened. And the press statement we read here was even weird because he claimed that God wanted him to be not in politics, so he made him ill, which sounded a bit, I mean, with very
Yeah,
weird
words
sort
to
of
the
God.
test, right? Because just a month back he said, "Ona and weird than a." That's the kind of word he used just a month back. But for him to turn around and go back on his word a month later, I mean, obviously, I felt there is more than what it meets the eye.
Yeah, maybe it is. I think the era of stars in politics might be drawing to a close. I don't know because in India it goes back a long way, right? Stars
Yeah,
coming into
exactly. But I
politics.
can't politics. That's true. But I mean, you still have Kamal Hassan in Tamil Nadu itself, who is going great guns with this party, and he says he might tap on Rajini's door and ask for his support. I mean, what's to that effect? He has said that. So I don't see the era of film stars in politics is coming down. But yeah, that's interesting because we need to talk about film stars in politics, especially in North India. You can talk about film stars in North India who have made a splash in politics.
Yeah, so the obvious difference between stars in the north and south is very easy to. I mean, it can be said in one statement. In the north, no actor star has actually held a position of authority beyond being an
In the sense,
MP or beyond being an MLA or whatever. I mean, they have that position, but deciding policy has, is an area where stars were always away and they continue to be away.
nobody
So
has become a minister or anything. No.
ministers, yes, Shatrughan Sinha was health minister for a
Yeah.
brief while, but then those were. I mean, now if you take Smriti Irani, I mean, you can always
Yeah.
question me whether
Exactly.
she's a
You're right.
star or not. Whether she's a star or not, that is first. Yeah. Yeah, so that is
Okay,
the
but
way I
she
see
made
it.
her mark as an actress. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. Fair enough.
Yes. So, I mean, see, in terms of star presence, I think it goes back. I think Prithviraj Kapoor was an MP, if I remember right, but of the Rajya Sabha, or he was nominated or something like that. So it goes back a long way in the national level politics. Although I think and then Nargis was an MP, if you remember. Sunil Das was an MP. These guys came to the fore uh,
And Sunil Das was a
earlier.
very respectable figure.
Yeah, he was a minister for sports, if you remember. Uh,
Exactly.
So these guys were there. I think the star turn actually happened in the 84 elections after the death of Mrs. Gandhi, where Amitabh Bachchan stepped in to help out his friend, then friend,
Exactly.
Rajiv Gandhi, and he won comfortably against Hemwati Nandan Bahuguna in Allahabad, which was his home district or whatever it is.
Home
Yeah.
state, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But defeating Bahuguna is something huge
Yeah.
at that time.
Yes. So that was unique. But then after that, see, that probably opened the floodgates where actors thought that they can have a political legacy too, because we had Nitish Bharadwaj who played Krishna in
Yes.
Mahabharat. We had Deepika Chikliya who played Sita in Ramayana.
Sita.
We had Arvind Trivedi who played Ravan. In this case, Ravan also won.
Exactly.
So I can't remember the constituency, but this was in Gujarat. Arvind Trivedi won. So quite a few people won that time. So there were, and then before that also we had Vaijayanthimala, who was an MP. So Lok Sabha MP. So quite a few people came.
He won from Madras.
Chennai, yeah, correct. Then you had the likes of Raj Babbar, Nafisa Ali. These people actually became MPs. I mean, I don't think Nafisa Ali won anything. I think she contested a few times, but then nothing happened, and then she sort of said goodbye.
Rajesh Khanna won something.
Yeah. So I wanted to leave Rajesh Khanna till the end because that is a personal experience which I would love to share. So I think
yeah. So from the south, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. From the south, yeah, that's what you were.
Yeah, south is pretty interesting because you talk about from 1980. South, especially when I say south, I specifically take the example of Tamil Nadu, where the Dravidian politicians understood the impact of the cinema. I mean, understood the impact of cinema as a medium. So not just cinema, even from theater, stage plays. So they have been getting across their message through actors and through the stage, then through films. See, before NGR is quite well known. Before NGR, you had Karunanidhi and his mentor Annadurai. They were household names in these parts through their fireband dialogues, through their stories. So Dravidian politics saw film as a very good vehicle. That's very smart of them. They understood the power of the medium long before India understood it. Whether you accept Dravidian politics or not or something else, but they were the first to tap into it. See, they saw films and its effect during the independence time. They understood the importance of films because during independence, a lot of message was carried across. The national movement used it. So they kind of borrowed that idea and made it even better. And by the 60s, it became pretty natural in Tamil Nadu for all the film stars to be aligned with one party or the other. Shivaji Ganeshan was part of, Shivaji Ganeshan was part of Congress. So when MGR was with DMK, Shivaji was also with the Dravidian politics. Then he switched over to the Congress. So when you had the two of the biggest stars, then it kind of became a legacy.
So I have a point here, Bala. So it's a very interesting point you brought in because, see, the Dravidian politics, and then after that, I'm sure you will go back to it. Based on MGR, you then had NTR coming to the fore. So other players came in. So we'll leave it there for the moment. We'll come back to it. What I wanted to say was that it's not as if North India didn't have stars. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I really don't know the reason, because one of the things is the same thing could have been used by actors up north also. So what stopped them from using it is still a question, because you don't see Shatrughan Sinha, for example. I think he's the only one who has actually gone and said, look, I will make a change in Bihar.
Exactly.
Right. So because all others, I think once they land in Mumbai, they become nobody's child.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
That is one. And then they probably lose touch with their roots, which Dravidian actors don't do because they are there, right?
They're there.
So they're right there.
They are very clear because even their films are tailored towards politics. It's not
That's the point.
They use because Karunanidhi got across his ideology through his dialogue. MGR's messages, his movies were full of messages. They were preachy. If you take if you are talking those films in terms of art, they weren't anything great. But in terms of getting across their message that they wanted to, they worked phenomenally. And the songs were terrific. Outstanding songs. They had he combined with some of the best musical talents and lyricists to get out the message, and that kind of set the tone. You brought in the name of NTR. NTR obviously followed the path of India, but he also had his own magic. He also
Yeah.
used he added his own spice, which was very interesting because he understood Telugu pride. Because at the start of the 1980s, he understood that Congress wasn't standing for the Telugu pride. That is
Yeah.
what he came in with.
So
So that was pretty interesting because he started his party in 1982 and he was in power by 1983 January.
yeah. So one more thing which brings suddenly I became aware of was that the Dravidian politics. Yes, it used it. If you go down south slightly more, Kerala politics was using it even more because the communist,
Yes,
yeah, people like P. Bhaskaran and a lot of other people who were filmmakers those days, they were card carrying party members.
communist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they were actually sort of portraying that. Although, funnily enough, Kerala has not had a actor come actively into politics other than say KB Ganesh Kumar, who's the son of a former Congress minister,
Yeah,
and
money.
innocent. Yeah.
You know. I think
So
Mukesh won or something. Mukesh, I think.
Mukesh did win, but then they never again in Kerala they never became top policy level decision makers. They
You're right.
were
You're
part
right.
of the bandwagon.
Exactly. Kerala is unique as it is in so many other fields.
Yes.
They
So
take
yeah,
their film seriously, they take their politics seriously, but they don't mix it together.
yeah. There is no way Mammootty or Mohanlal can become chief minister. If they're even imagining, they'll be in for a rude shock. So see Madhu,
That's
for
as well.
example, yeah,
That's well.
Madhavan Nair Madhu, who actually acted with Amitabh Bachchan in his debut film, Saath Hindustani. I mean, he's still around, he's still active. I mean, some of his early movies were left of center, and the message was very clear. And a lot of things which happened those days, I mean, in terms of, the policy initiatives of the communist government, the first communist government of
Exactly.
VMS in 1960s, late 1960s. I mean, many of them were sort of brought up to the fore by cinema.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah. So that is the key point. Now, one example I remember very distinctly is that Kerala was the first state which denotified a lot of land. I mean, land tillers became landowners. This is the first state to
Exactly.
do
Wow.
that. So
Yeah.
that was a
You had the
huge,
first communist government.
yes. So that was propagated big time through movies.
Yeah, but
But then,
your biggest star of the time, Prem Nazar, couldn't do much as a politician. He tried his
yeah,
hand in politics, but he was not even half successful as he was in films.
yeah. He is in the Guinness Book for acting the most number of hero roles. But in politics also, he probably is in the Guinness Book somewhere for not even getting his deposit back. So
Not even as a side, he was thought not even to be worthy of to be a sidekick.
yes. So see,
That's
that is the
unfortunate.
point. Yeah,
But we in Tamil Nadu have a problem because we are sold out on our film stars. I mean, you take somebody as Kushbu. She's right now in BJP. The third party she is in right now. She started with DNK, then went to Congress. Now she is in BJP. I mean, it's almost every, male star, the heroines are slightly different. Almost every male hero who comes into the field, if he is successful in two or three films, he starts looking around, starts scouting for not new roles, starts looking for new roles in a new party. That's what
yeah.
happens in Tamil Nadu.
I think even Vijay, he actually had
Yeah,
a he
yes,
is
yes,
he
yes.
is
His dad has floated something akin to a party, not exactly a party, and there is some kind of a friction between Vijay's dad and him. But the family has political ambitions. That much is pretty clear. Whether the dad and son are together on the same page, it's something very. It's very confusing. I don't want to get into that right now because there's huge confusion in Tamil Nadu. But Vijay has political ambitions. You are right. You are right.
so I feel that somewhere I think some of the I mean, see, when I look at some of the current crop, I mean, we just go about, I mean, talk about a few of the stars in the north. I mean, you have people like Vinod Khanna, who was an MP till he passed away.
BJP.
Yeah, BJP MP. He was with the BJP for long. And then you have an entire family which is with the BJP, which is Dharmendra, Sunny Deol, and Hema Malini. So all of them are BJP members. So I mean, there have been cases, but I don't see a scenario where maybe right now, maybe I feel that I mean, Kiran Kher is there, Anupam Kher's wife. I'm just remembering names as I'm just narrating it. So one of the names that comes to mind, I mean, somebody I feel that there could be a story where they might move from the center to the state is Ravi Kishan.
Yes,
The actor
Bhojpuri
Bhojpuri star Ravi Kishan, because he is, I mean, although he is in, there are two Bhojpuri guys, but one of them is from Delhi. So, I mean, we can leave him out for the time being. Ravi Kishan is actually, he has his roots back in Bihar. So he is equivalent to Shah Rukh Khan in Bihar. So as simple as that. So we might see something
bigger than that.
Yeah, possibly. So I think we might see something interesting happening in the coming months, or because some of these guys, see today, I mean, if you look at the BJP itself, I don't know how comfortable BJP is with their alliance in Bihar with Nitish Kumar. It's only a matter of time when Nitish Kumar bids at you.
Yeah, exactly, because this is always a case, because he doesn't have the numbers, so it's always going to be tough for him to continue.
Yes, so I feel
it's a good point.
Yeah, I feel some of these guys would have a future. Now the question is, from a policy level, how good or how bad they are, or are they capable of handling public policy and managing administration, is a question that is open. Personally, if you ask I mean, what do I feel? I feel no. I don't think they have any idea of what they're doing, because somewhere I feel that they're just using their star power to sort of manage.
They bring in the crowd, they bring in the headlines. That's what you expect the stars. Apart from that, they don't actually see. Unfortunately, I'll just give you. See, you had NGR who was ruling for 10 years, more than 10 years. I mean, if you ask me how his regime was, how his rule was, I would say that, I mean, he had few good things to do. He was a very kind of a socialist kind of a person. One of his claim to fame is that noon meal scheme. But this regime was one of the most corrupt. India's regime was one of the most corrupt. So was Jayalalitha. Another big name is Jayalalitha. I mean, she's dead now, but she is not just an accused. She was a convict. After her death, posthumously, she became a convict. So things were as bad as that. Let's face it. That's the fact of the matter. See, now these people come with starry hair, and see, cinema is totally different from politics. And just going by, and Karnataka was no less corrupt. See, all these cinema people in Tamil Nadu, I can tell you, they headed some of the worst corrupt governments in the history of India.
Yeah, so just now juxtapose that with Ronald Reagan, who was a B-grade film star and went on to become the American president.
Exactly.
I mean, he not only sort of did his 4 years, but he got another 4 years, which nobody actually expected that time. And I don't think he was a bad president. When then we can always have a debate on that. Now I'll come to my favorite topic, which is Rajesh Khanna.
Before that, I want to ask you about Karnataka, your own state, man. I mean, your state. Is there any politician?
Yeah, Kumar Bangarappa is there.
Kumar Bangarappa is there.
Kumar Bangarappa also changed parties. Yeah.
And so Ambarish is there.
Ambarish is there. Ambarish was there. Yeah, of course.
Was there, rather.
Yeah. So
because you are in Tamil Nadu, there was also another politician called Tirunavukarasu. He was Tirunavukarasu. Now later he changed his name to Thiru. What is interesting is, after he became a politician, he became an actor.
Oh, okay, nice.
The other way around. So I thought I would just mention him in the passing. We'll get back to Rajesh Khanna.
Yeah, so Rajesh Khanna's story was interesting because I mean, nobody believed he would come into politics because he was a sort of a reclusive character. I mean, that is how he was known as. But one fine morning, we were in Delhi. I was actually in mainstream journalism that time. And we came to know that he is contesting the elections, and that too against none other than LK Advani from New Delhi constituency. Yeah. And we said, oh, cakewalk, man. Nothing is going to happen. The funny part was, Bala, he actually went and did door-to-door campaigning. And believe me, he got all the ladies' votes. I mean, they couldn't resist his charm. Yeah, they couldn't resist his charm. He just goes there and does this. That's it. Vote guaranteed. Poor Advani scraped through by 1,500 votes. And when Advani actually left that seat and went to his seat in Gujarat, I'm forgetting from where he stood, but then
I think Gandhinagar. I think
Gandhinagar possibly. Yeah, when he went to Gandhinagar, next time Rajesh Khanna defeated his fellow actor Shatrughan Sinha from the same constituency very easily. Yeah. So all the ladies with whom he said "Mere Sapno Ki Rani," and they were game. And the man was, they were floored. The man was such a great guy. There was one fan of his, which my friend talked about recently on Facebook. I remembered. This guy used to have a small store in his constituency. I mean, there's no point telling where. It's like near a college. So today, if you go there, it's a landmark place now. It's a full-fledged, nice, big restaurant, which actually the title itself has Rajesh Khanna in it. Okay, Rajesh Khanna is something I don't remember. And if till date, on Rajesh Khanna's birth anniversary every year, he celebrates. And then you actually get good stuff to eat there every year till date. So that was his fan following. Ironically, he didn't come back. He didn't continue with politics. But the fact of the matter is that he was an active politician, because I have myself seen him speak in the parliament, which most MPs don't. Well, star MPs don't. Film MPs. I mean, you remember the stories about Rekha and Tendulkar. There was a controversy in between, why are they even MPs in Rajya Sabha? So the only other MP currently who speaks is Jaya Bachchan, who has been in Rajya Sabha for I don't know how many years now. She's with Samajwadi Party, and she's been there for many years. She speaks. Shabana Azmi used to speak. There were a few who would speak, but most. Javed Akhtar was a Rajya Sabha MP in between. So quite a few people have been there. But I feel that the politicians of India also know what is the value of the star. You can get the crowds. You can't actually set the wheels of administration in motion to save your lives. I think that is probably what.
Yeah, you're right. Very true. Because and that is also one of the reasons why when politicians start a party, these politicals also kind of, they are slightly afraid. I can see it in Tamil. I can certainly say it from Tamil Nadu experience. When you had Vijay, who was reasonably successful. He didn't exactly set the Kuam on fire, but he was an MLA, and he was part of the ADMK's, ruling alliance. So, but when start a party, these politicals also get jittery. They know what works with the people, because they bring in the headlines, they bring in the crowd, which is what is needed to set the political movement going. So those things do help. That is the reason when Kamal or Rajini, when they evince interest, these politicals, they say they should not. Cinema karanukku enna theriyum. That's the typical word they use in Tamil Nadu, because half of them are from the film world. Still, they will say that. Somebody like, there is another person called Seaman. I don't know, north of India, not many people would have heard of it. He is on Tamilar movement. So he is from cinema. He says Rajini varakudadu, Kamal varakudadu. Kamal was a. He says Rajini varakudadu because he is from film. That's stupid. Everybody can come, but you can say he may not be good or anything. But just because he is from film, you can't say he should not come. That's not fair. But that's how these things are. So, but the biggest talking point is Rajini not making it. Is the biggest talking point at the end of 2020.
Yes, I just leave it with the two names, Chiranjeevi and Pawan Kalyan, from Andhra. Yeah, one of them started a party, and it sort of merged with some other party, I think Congress or whoever. Pawan Kalyan has a party which is nothing more than a fan club, I think, as of now.
Exactly.
That
party, you're right, the fan club is always headed by Pawan. I have never seen a person more enamored of himself than Pawan.
Which is okay. Yeah. See, narcissism is, stars survive on narcissism. They need to believe that they're good. I think.
But he was kind of exposed in 2019 election.
Yes. So I think we'll leave it there. I think, so in the final comments, what I would say is that star power is fine, but the star power converting into political power.
A lot of other ingredients are there.
Yes, there is a lot. Yeah, the
masala is elections. Exactly. To run a party is difficult. Something only I can imagine is only NTR and MGR have done, and of course Jayalalitha, because she was carrying on the entire apparatus that MGR left behind. So
Yeah,
I would
legacy.
just say NGR and NTR, they have run a party successfully and they have been chief minister. Of course, Jayalalitha was also a successful chief minister. Successful, when I say successful in terms of running an administration for the full 5 years.
Yeah,
So those things are there, but otherwise there isn't any. You are right when you said star power will get you may win you elections, but they are not good for administration, or at least at least on the basis of the evidence that we have had so far.
correct. I think we'll leave it there. So this is the first. Thanks a lot, Bala, for joining. And this is the first of our the weeks for 2021.
This got slightly
Please.
serious, Raj. Get back to our
So
fun
that
ways.
is, yeah, the bits and banter will follow. But then for the time being, we'll tweak the week, and we'll tweak the
Yes,
week next week and the week after.
exactly,
So we want you to sort of watch, like, share, hit this
exactly.
like button right below. So, and once again, before we end, Happy New Year and a healthy and happening New Year 2021.
Make us a start so that we can also try our luck in politics.
Yes. Thank you. I think you couldn't resist that. I knew that.